Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7. Katarina Alves.
Crazy I could just go right back into it just like that, but hey.
Get ready for the next battle.
I'm only human. Only you could tell me that I don't need you. Tripping, falling with no safety net. Is it real this time or is it in my head? Tripping, falling with no safety net. Is it real this time or is it in my head? Ooh, tripping, falling with no safety net. Is it real this time or is it in my head? Tripping, falling with no safety net. Is it real this time or is it in my head? Tripping, falling with no safety net. Oh crap, I'm messing up. Not bad. I was gonna say, I'm like, come on, man. Don't be like that. I haven't even done anything. Hands are heavy. I see you for you.
Round 1. Fight.
It's over, over, over. it's over.
Round two. Fight.
I'm lost inside paradoxes and riddles. I'll find my way. Oh. I was trying to do the axe kick and it did not come out. Ooh.
Fight. Round four.
Crap. In your eyes, there's a heavy blue, one to love and one to lose. Sweet divine, that heavy truth, water and wine, don't make me choose. Do you feel what I feel? Do you see what I see? Like we're moving inside, like the 4th of July. You're in my head, can't get you out my mind. Hi Akame, what's up? All over my skin. Do you feel what I feel? Do you see what I see? Like we're moving inside, like the 4th of July. You're in my head, can't get you out my mind. You're in my head. You're in my head. Head. I came to you. Damn, those pokes are relentless, man. You ain't gonna want to press buttons after that. I wouldn't either. You know, you'd be better off if you broke her throws and did a little more mix-ups. You have to do a little more to keep her out. Can be done. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa! Alright, she got me. She got me! She got me! fuck? What, bitch? Are you serious right now? Cut the shit. Fuck, I wish I could kick you, because I wanted to be like, get your ass up. Get your ass up. Get your ass up, bitch. Get your ass up. You look so cute, doing absolutely the fuck nothing. Get your ass up, bitch. Get your ass up. That's too funny. Oh god, stop! Ah no, she fucking killed me. Bye.
Você tem técnica, mas não tem nada.
I could use a couple other moves, but I think what I'm doing is fine for now.
Vamos lá.
Vamos lá. Vamos lá. Hey Alex, hey, I called you not too long ago. I was letting you know I was streaming. I'm assuming you probably were asleep, or you were just busy. I haven't streamed in a bit. It's been a lot that's been going on in my life. With some friends and, you know, with work as well. Oh. I put my headphones on, plug into you, plug into you. Wait, what? No, you're joking! Let me Google that, because I've been waiting for that forever. I haven't seen it yet. Is it on? Ah! It's finally been released! Ah! I gotta watch that shit when the stream ends. Ah! I've been waiting for that shit. Do you know how long I've been waiting for that? Yo! Oh my god, I've been waiting for that forever. I've been waiting for that shit forever. I can't wait. Oh my god. I've been waiting for that shit forever, man. I was like, I thought you scrapped it. I thought he was never gonna release it, the way that he was taking too long. I was like, I need to see this damn video. I need to see it. I need to see it, because it... Raven? Behave. Mm-mm. Ah! No, she got me.
Round 3. Fight.
Need to focus. Could you say exposed video? I'm like, that's not the exposed video I think that you're talking about, is it? And then I looked, and it exactly is. Fuck. I need to use that launcher. Whoa, bitch. Whoa. Oh, that was good. That was good. That was good. I avoided that. Nice one there. Keep her ass out. Nope. Spam. Spam, spam, spam. Call Caddy spam Pam. What? You fucking robot. I'm gonna get you. Oh god. Ooh! I'm sorry. That was good. That was good. I gotta watch this video. I'm watching this right now. I'm watching this right the fuck now. I am watching this right now. We're gonna watch this shit together. Oh, you left at the perfect timing. The perfect timing, because I really wanted to hone in on this video. But that was crazy. I was waiting for that shit forever. I thought he would never release it, Onyx. I seriously thought he would never release it. By the way, we talked a little bit. I could tell he definitely was busy. I have to ask what he does now, because, you know, he did karate and stuff, but... I mean, he still does, but... I wonder if he's like, you know... If he got, like... Either he got, like, a lot of people that signed up recently, got some commission boost or whatever, or, you know, more work, or he's the head of it now, or something, which... As you know, this take a lot of time. But let's see, let's see. I gotta see it. Don't tell me, don't spoil it for me. I gotta see it. I gotta see it with my own eyes. Yes. Alex, I will say one thing that's good about being busy, it keeps your ass out of online trouble. For the most part. I got into something a little bit with one of my friends. We hashed it out, but you know, it made my anxiety go up. But I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I am going to watch this.
Alright, what is going on, guys? And welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than usual. What I mean by that is we're going to be exposing a supposed former friend of mine who I thought was never going to betray me of any sort, but he did. Not only did he betray me, but he also betrayed a lot of other people that I associate with and I still consider as very, very good friends. So, just a little bit of an introduction to...
This is Darnell. You know it's bad when Darnell is exposing you. As calm as he is, as calm as collected, and mature, and cool as he is. If he's here's the thing: when me and him had our falling out, he did not even expose me at all. And that's for some reason that shocked me, but then I kind of was like, maybe it's a reminder I wasn't really all that bad like I made myself out to be. But yeah, when he does an expose video on you like this, and I mean like this, 33 minutes in, and he does like community posts about it and everything, oh, it must be bad. It must be bad. Wow. Wow. And you know what's crazy, Onyx? I'm so glad I never liked speaking. I never liked him for what the fuck he said to me because that was so fucked up. I don't give a shit what it was that I did. You don't talk to anybody like that. Especially when you do not know me or do not know what I've been through at all. And I had I had hatred for the others, but my hatred always remained firm with him because he was the one that fucking started it. And he was the one that came at me left when I never even came at him that way. It's not like I said anything shady on his comment section, and he came after me like I did something to him. I'm sorry, who the fuck are you? And then we come out with this video on you, and you're nervous. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, it was kind of hard, you know, for, I guess, people to really defend me because of what was going on. I didn't see, did you delete the comment? I wanted to see what he said. But, yeah, I didn't really like that Snake comment because the thing is, he never hung out with me. He never talked to me, never had a conversation. Well, that's not true. We talked a little bit, but it was in, like, you know, the Discord that me and Darnell were in initially. And I got bad vibes from him. Like, Darnell, like, when I talked to him about it, he was kind of like, that's just how, you know, that's just how he is type thing. But I'm like, I sensed something a little, like, holier than thou with him. I sensed something off about him, you know what I mean? I sensed something really off. And he had called me a snake, and I was so pissed at him because first of all, I don't fucking lie about a lot of shit. I mean, we all kind of lie in some way, so I'm not gonna act like I've never lied before, but overall, people tend to trust me or tend to say good things about me because my personality is great, and they don't really say shit like I'm a pathological liar or anything like that. But him, to have a video like this on you, says a lot. Like, none of us are perfect, none of us, you know that Victoria Justice thing? I think we all sing. I think we all lie. You know that kind of thing, right? But for Darnell to be doing a video like this on you, in 33 minutes, it has to be bad. It's gotta be bad. But yeah, I never liked him for him calling me a snake. Now, I wasn't pissed with the others for it, but they all apologized. All of them apologized. Even Darnell apologized. Wait, what? Oh yeah, you know. She gotta own. Funny enough, Ariana Grande and Victoria Justice are in the same. That's funny. They're in the same show. So I referenced 2 in 1. 2 for 1 special, baby. But nah. I knew from the jump that something was off with him with the way that he talked to me, because I get it. I understand it. Trolling is wrong and all that, but I've never did nothing to you. So for you to come at me left like that when I don't know you and you don't know me, definitely says a lot. Cause see, at least with Alex, like, he somewhat understood I was changing, but you know, again, how the internet works, we hear one thing and then we hate them for it forever. But with him, I sensed it was something bigger, and I'm so glad that, like, I hated him like I did, because I secretly did. I secretly hated him so much, and I tried to avoid talking about him so much, and I'm so glad that, like, I waited. This is why also I don't usually get in stuff also, because I don't open it all the time for stuff unless people come to me directly. Because what ends up happening, I open my mouth, all of a sudden, I'm the hater, I'm being disrespectful. So, the best response sometimes, say nothing and wait. And I'm so glad I did that. I'm so glad I never trolled anybody, despite how angry I was with everyone, and despite how angry I was at myself, I never trolled anybody. And I almost did. But what kept me not doing it was I remembered how nice and respectful Darnell has always been. And I remember that, you know, even though our friendship was not what it used to be, I always respected him because, you know, there's a good guy to be had inside of him. And I know he's not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. We went through something online. And I think this happens, with every friendship too. I think we all have like a weird rock bottom. It's just a matter of when it will happen. Now, my rock bottom with my friendships is different with everybody. Some, you know, were very were easily recoverable. And in others, it took some time to really get it back. Darnell's was definitely the hardest I've ever had because I kind of thought, oh, we would never talk ever again. I had thought that. Even recently, with my friend, which I feel like I don't know if I tell you on stream or not, even if I use code, I don't know if I tell you just because I want to respect his privacy and everything that he went through with me. But yeah, I will say Darnell's, it's among the hardest I've ever fallen. Because, and this is the thing with friendships, you know, the honeymoon phase is very attractive. But, you know, the honeymoon, I'm sorry, I can't speak. The honeymoon phase eventually, goes away. And eventually, people start seeing how we really are. And I don't mean like we're shady or nothing, but like, not all parts of our personality is, you know, sunshine and rainbows, or our past isn't 100% sanitized. You heard, well, you know about my past. I've told you about it. I've told you about my past and what I've been through. Now, I have a lot of good moments, and and, you know, people can see the good in me. But I've also had, yeah, exactly. In fact, it is a relationship. Not like a romantic one, but, you know, it's a relationship nonetheless. But, you know, what was I even going with that? Oh my god, I lose my thoughts so easily when I respond to stuff. Yeah, so the honeymoon phase is there. Know each other, but eventually we'll face road bumps. Yeah, but yeah, the honeymoon phase, you know, when me and Darnell first met each other, it was so crazy. We connected just like that. I used to put him on a pedestal like he was number one. And I also had to remember, like, we're fucking human. We're human. The way that I perceive stuff will never be the way how he perceives stuff. Not always. And there were plenty of times where I was right, and there were plenty of times I was wrong, and there were many times he was right, and there were some times that he was wrong. I say sometimes because, I mean, it's Darnell we're talking about here. Although he's not perfect, he's definitely better than me in many situations. So, that being said, you know, it was a lot. And I say that it was a lot harder because it was on the internet. Because I feel like if we got to know each other in person, well, he got to know me because we talked a lot on the phone. But I still feel the same about this. Like, if we see each other in person a lot, like if we were at work or maybe not at work, I feel, well, here's the thing. I think with this personality, it could work at work because he doesn't strike me as a gossiper or a very messy person, so I feel like we could work well at work. But let's just say, for instance, if we went to school together, or, you know, met each other a lot in real life, like at social events, I think we would have a pretty clean record with each other overall. A lot cleaner than this. But, you know, that's okay, because you know what? Life teaches you things. Friendship is not always easy. And you need different people to teach you stuff. And that's one thing I kind of realized, which, again, it's giving me video ideas that I never fucking do, because I'm lazy as fuck. Hello. But friendship is not always easy, and because there was even times I disagreed with you about stuff. I should have came to you directly about it, but a lot of the times I didn't. And I do want to say I'm working on that, because one of my friends told me that I have an avoidance problem. And when me and my friend were having, you know, an issue, you know, it was like a lot going on. I know I should have. I guess in some ways I felt so betrayed. Oh god, stop! You're copying his line. But honestly though, I really fucking should have, because I realized, you know, things like that can come off as like really fake. And I guess, you know, I'm not a fake person. Not that I guess anyone would ever have to say that, but, you know, I'm self-aware somewhat enough where, like, I know I'm not fake. I just tend to not say everything on my mind. And sometimes I probably should. Sometimes I should say more on my mind than I should, but I guess it's like I don't want to venture off into being annoying or being too fucking trauma dumping, because trauma dumping is not a good thing either. So I had to find a fine line between it all, and it was very challenging. It was very hard to find that line, because sorry, I can't speak. It was very hard to find that line because I kind of was like, I either need to go all the way left or all the way right, and there's no fucking in between. There's no fucking in between for me. And I realized too much of anything is a bad thing. Too much of anything in either direction is a bad thing. Being too guarded is a bad thing, because people won't. Sure, you'll be unpredictable, but people won't trust you as much. But then, you know, if you speak too much, then, like, you're giving too much about yourself, and people still won't trust you as much. So it's like, you have to find that balance. and I'm still working on that balance. And that being said, you know, I really have been through a lot. You know, friendship is just really not easy. And when it comes to the internet and everything in between, there's a lot of stuff that I do keep off the internet because I feel like it shouldn't be there. Like, case in point, you know, I've been very busy, I've been tired, I've been exhausted, I've been, you know, working a lot. I haven't really talked about what I've been going through at work. I've been going through some stuff, you know, with office politics and stuff like that, and people telling me how I should report people or whatever, and I really strongly dislike that. I feel like I'm going on a tangent, but I say it to say I really am going through a lot when it comes to work and school, and it can be challenging to manage all that. And it's even more challenging when you're working and going to school and you have stuff with your friendship going on. It can be very challenging. It can be very uncomfortable and challenging. So yeah. But yeah, I wanted to fill you in on that because I don't always talk to you about this stuff because, you know, I go through a lot, and I'm like this with my mom too, so it's not just you, don't worry. But I do want to learn to be like just a little bit more open about the right things, because a lot of the time I was open about stuff that wasn't really the right stuff. Like, I joke a lot and shit, but like I also felt like it wasn't giving enough of who I was as a person. It wasn't allowing enough depth with the people that mattered. Like coworkers, I should not be telling about my personal life like that. My personal life, I keep out of it. And if I am going to talk about it, I'm using code, or I'm going to talk about it as a scenario anonymously. Like, I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that. So, yeah, that's usually stuff that I have to do to, you know, work around it. So that being said, you know, well, I've already said this already, but I'm not a perfect person by any means of the sort. And it got to the point where, like, when I come on here, I no longer, like, try to, I guess, keep it vanilla, or try to pretend like, you know, I don't have certain kinks or certain things I'd like to do, or certain things that I do with my time. Because I do them. And we all do them. And I think when it becomes a problem when we pretend that, like, we have it all figured out when we don't. And I think that's the issue with someone like Speaking, who pretended that, like, he had it all together when he didn't. And he even, like you said, he lied about working for Sega, which I think is incredibly stupid. Also, how did you even know he lied about it? Did he tell you? Or did you have his number? Did you call him? I wonder. But that's crazy if you lie about that. I'm sorry, that's a little over the edge. Oh, that's crazy. But by the way, Onyx, I wonder. Just you never call him. You call him, and be like, "Hey, baby, you wanna come over?" Nah, I'm just kidding. But like, nah. But I meant to say, yeah, I wonder, how does Chris feel about me these days? I'm sure he's still indifferent to me. You know, we keep things cordial with each other, but I know, you know, that whole thing was a mess. And I will say, like I've said before, I still do apologize for that. I apologize with my whole chest about that, because I do feel like, you know, that didn't need to happen. That was completely an accident. And I know he's not here to hear the apology, but that's okay. You know, the fact of the matter is, I know for my personal health and my personal principles of accountability, how can I put it? For my own mental health and my personal accountability, I just think about everything. That you did. What was I saying? But for my personal accountability and my personal principles, I'm saying it because I believe that I mean it. Because I do. Oh, sorry. Is it fixed now? How is it now? How is it now? Is it good now? Ah, shit. Jesus. Still bad? Fuck. Should be good now. Is it good now? I had to switch my controller for a second. I had to switch it out for a second. I hope it's good now. Okay, good. Yeah, but for my own, as I was saying though, for my personal accountability and my personal principles, that apology still stands, and I'm not taking it back. And I do feel bad about it, and I do wish I hadn't done it, and I do feel sorry that it messed his life up a little bit, because nobody deserves to go through that. And I'm sorry if I didn't make it clear a million times, but I still stand by it to this day, with my whole chest. I've been through a lot on the internet. And I'm doing the best to kind of like make it better. I'm trying to have it where like I don't get into drama. Do you want me to let him know that the next time we talk? You can. I would say so. I mean, I want to let him know directly, but I don't know if he would want me to talk to him directly, so. But I just mean the apology with my whole chest, because I do have to say that. And I know a lot of the time when sometimes when we apologize, people don't really believe us, but I will say I've done my best to, when things happen, understand all perspectives, not just the person's perspective, but also my own in between, and in between everybody else's, and try to see where we're all coming from, because that's also important with friendships as well. You cannot just see it from your own perspective, and you can't just think that you never do anything wrong, because that will get you nowhere. And I know this about myself, because I had the gossiping problem for a while. Whenever somebody does something bad to me, I run and talk bad about it. I'm like, why do they have to do that shit? That shit's so annoying. Even at my job, the security guy I was telling you about, what was it he did? Yeah, he confronted me. He was like, why were you talking to my friends about me? And I'm like, I wasn't? How'd you even know that? Which I was, I just didn't know they were his friends. I didn't pay attention to it. And a part of me also didn't care initially, because I'm like, well, I have the problem with him, and personally, if you don't want me saying things about you, don't do bad things. Now, that perspective is fair, because if you're gonna do bad things, expect people to talk about it. It's as simple as that. But on the other hand, I also, if I know I have issues with somebody, I should just let it stand. I should just let it be where it is. I should just let the issue be where it is. I should just take that up with them and management. I should not be telling people about that stuff. It makes the workplace toxic, and it makes it also makes people not really like you too much, because at my job, people were talking about me behind my back, saying that I was, implying I was like messy and this and that. And it's like, that's not entirely true. It's just the fact of like, when I go through stuff with people, I don't let it go all the way. I always remember it. And I never let it go. Not entirely. I mean, I let it go, but like, I don't forget about it. I don't forget what happened. And those are things that I have to, that's the stuff I was talking about earlier, where I'm like, you have to be around people that tell you about yourself and tell you when you do stuff, and tell you about yourself and stuff. And my friend even told me, he was like, I didn't want to say it right away, but you definitely do cherish a good gossip moment, and I think we all do. But there's a time and place for it, and when you're at work and when things happen at work, you have to handle it with like white gloves. Especially with my job, because at my job, I have to keep it to a minimum, because if I talk about every and anybody, it's going to backfire. And it's going to lead to people being fake to me. Because I notice also there are times I talk to people and I get nothing but like uncomfortable or untrustworthy energy. Like I feel like they're playing a fake face, like they're kind of not talking to me, or they seem like they don't want me talking to them. They're not saying it, but I could just read it in their energy. One thing about human beings, we're all very good at faking stuff, but not for too long. Eventually we can read each other, we can read the signs, and I can read when someone doesn't really like me, or when someone is like a little like, you know, I don't really trust them. I can read it. Because people that trust you, they usually have signs of comfortability around you. I can tell that when I talk to some people, they don't seem too pleased with my presence, and that does upset me sometimes. That does make me uncomfortable. That does make me really uncomfortable, and that does, you know, make me look in the mirror and say, what am I doing that's making people not like me? And again, this is not to say that you have to have everybody to like you, because there's going to be people that just don't like you. But you also have to look into yourself and say, what am I doing that's making that happen? And for a long time, I didn't know what I was doing. I could not decipher what it was that I was doing that was making that happen. I couldn't decipher it. Because the truth is, Alex, I've been bullied all my life. I've been bullied for my sexuality. I've been bullied for the way that I look. I've been made to feel I wasn't attractive. I've dealt with a lot of men that were homophobic, and I've dealt with a lot of, you know, problematic stuff from, you know, some women as well. Mostly black women and black men. I haven't really... As far as white people, I've encountered some stuff, but I went through most of my stuff with black people, because when it comes to white people don't really... White people make me feel uncomfortable with their fake energy, but with black people, they tell you when they don't like something, or they're very crude about some stuff sometimes. Yeah, they're very crude with stuff from sometimes. So I've dealt with a bit of shit, so it's made it hard for me to sometimes decipher when I'm actually doing something wrong, and when someone just doesn't like me because they don't like gay people. It's become kind of hard to tell. Or when people find me annoying. Like, I feel like sometimes I was annoying. And people like Trayvon make me understand I'm not really that annoying. I'm just a little flawed. And, you know, on top of that, if someone's that annoyed by me, they don't have to talk to me. That's not really my problem. But, you know, a lot of this stuff, it's like, you have to go through life and experience. And this is something the internet can't really teach you. The internet can tell, and I've learned this too with my family as well, and this is why I cherish my family. I cherish my family at moments like this, Onyx, because one thing about family, unless you're like some murderer or a pedophile, well, more so even a pedophile rather, because I feel like people can somewhat forgive a murderer, but they're not going to forgive a pedophile. They're just not. They're not going to. Most people wouldn't want to, but, you know, again, you know, one thing about family is, like, they stick with you through a lot of, well, I'd say the good family, not all family, but the good family that, you know, they stick with you through all of it. Almost, if not almost all of it. Because one thing about these friends or people that I've come across, you know, as friends, we're not really entitled to deal with all of our negatives or all of our bad stuff. Our family isn't either, but it's something about our family where, like, they stick with us no matter what. And I think it has to do with the fact that, like, we've grown up with each other. I did not grow up with majority of my friends. And therefore, it made it easier, I guess, for, you know, if, say I got pissed off at them, I could react in the way that I did without over-calculating it. Because there's some times where I might have been angry with you or Darnell or even, well, I don't think I was ever angry at Suki. I don't think I get mad at, well, the only time I ever was really, like, mad at her with quotations was in Tekken. but I could never really get mad at her. But like, when it comes to my friends, you know, I don't agree with everything they do, and sometimes when I am pissed off, I tend to over-calculate how I will react, as opposed to just being raw with my emotions. But, you know, again, sometimes it is good to think about stuff before you do it, and sometimes it's also good to, just sit back and, you know, think, you know, is this someone that I want to deal with? And usually the answer is yes, because I wouldn't mind dealing with you all. I mean, I can deal with pretty much most of your stuff. I don't think there's really anything that I can't really deal with. I've gotten used to it, and we've known each other for about a year. I think it was like a year. Might be 2 years now. No. I wouldn't dare, Onyx. Like, how? I'm 22. How am I going to be mad at a 13 or 14-year-old girl? I can't. It's not something I can just do. But yeah, that being said, you know, it's going to be 2 years later on this year, but I've known you for about 2 years, and that's really good. That stands out in my life because when it comes to the internet, I'd say you're like the first person that I've ever really truly been friends with on the internet and talked to outside of social media. And I highly respect that because it has been hard getting along with people on the internet. Oh, it is 2 years. Oh yeah, it is. I think it was 2020. Yeah, it is 2 years. Ooh, we're 2 years strong. Ooh, 2 years old. But no, I really do respect that because the thing is, it wasn't always like this, and there was a time where like I didn't really have internet friends. I didn't have any of that. I didn't have like a community, and I would say you're like the start to that. You're kind of like what made me, well, you and Darnell like the first people that made me kind of realize, you know, like truly realize, you know what, trolling is wrong in all forms. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll regret it. And I made sure to talk about that with my friend too when I met him as well, because I told him I had a pass on the internet with stuff. I had a pass. I told him, but he was very understanding. He understood. He was like, you know, yeah, that's not, you know, trolling and catfishing isn't right. That stuff, and he understood. And I think that more people should do that. Just because someone told you they did something bad in the past does not mean that you should cut them off or stop talking to them. I think it's important that we just accept people for who they are when they're doing better for themselves. When they're not doing better for themselves is when it becomes, you know, problematic. And I feel like with the internet, we should celebrate people more that are working to become better people than when they mess up, because the truth is everybody's gonna mess up on this thing, especially if you're doing live streams like me. You know how many times I said the F word and the N word combined? Now granted, I'm black, but people might take that, and there's a lot of stuff I've talked about on here that I probably shouldn't have, so people will take that and be like, huh, he's transphobic, which first of all, I am not transphobic at all. In fact, I actually ride or die for trans people, because you know how many women on the internet talk about how, especially black women, I swear, this is the thing with black women, right? Black women open their mouths about respect so much, they see themselves as a victim so much that they can't ever see anything from anyone else's perspective. Black women demand respect, but then when they say trans women shouldn't call them cis, they get offended by that. Which, how is that offensive? They're literally telling you that you're a biologically born woman. What is so bad about that? No one's saying you're not a woman. What would be wrong is if they called you a trans woman, because you're not a trans woman. You're not a trans woman. You're a cis woman. So let's direct our anger to the right things. And that's the thing that some black women don't do. They don't direct their anger to the right stuff. They demand respect all day, but then will be the ones to dish out the most damage. Because as I've said before, black men and black women have been the most critical of me, and I'm black myself. So I'm seeing this now. A white person isn't going to be able to say it, to talk about it, in their own way, because they're white. And then people, when it comes to race and stuff, I feel like people understand it better from a black person's perspective than they do a white person's perspective. So there's that advantage. But it's like, black women demand respect for respect all day, but then when trans women want to be called women, you call them men, or say that like don't call me sis. It's like no one's forcing you. No one's forcing themselves on, or no one's forcing anything on you. This is just the terms. So yeah. So no, I'm not transphobic. Now, what I did say that was kind of technically is transphobic was the thing with that security guy where, you know, he was trans, and I talked about misgendering him, calling him Monique or whatever. As you know, I only did that to be a dick because I personally was disgusted by him. Usually I only do things like that when people truly piss me off, but it's not because I fucking mean it, because I don't mean it. And, you know, I know how damaging it can be when it comes to, you know, I mean, I don't know what it's like 'cause I'm not trans, but I know how damaging, you know, people misgendering you. Because here's the thing, Onyx, even at my job, even though me and him don't get along, what I don't like at what people do at that job, they constantly misgender him. Say she, her, Monique. It's like, dude, the guy is Z. The guy is Z. Stop calling him Monique. He is not Monique. He is Z. Stop calling him that. But y'all, and the thing is, you know what's so ironic? They're supposed to be his friends, but they misgender him behind his back a million times. But meanwhile, I get it right, and I don't even get along with the man. So, what does that tell you? That tells you, that tells you right there, I'm not transphobic, because a person who really is transphobic is not going to do their absolute best to respect the pronouns. Now granted, they all knew him for a while, but it's like, y'all don't even try to respect his pronouns. Y'all misgender him behind his back. So what kind of friend are you? You want to talk about how I'm so fake and this and that, but like, you can't even respect that he's trans. You guys don't even want to try to understand it, because again, as black women, y'all love playing the victim. Y'all love being a victim of racism all the time. Not everything is racism to you. Not everything is somebody taking away your rights as a woman. Not everything is about you. Some things aren't your battle to even fix, so stop trying to do that. And again, I'm not speaking for all black women, but obviously I'm not speaking for all. There's black women that definitely are very respectful. I talked to my aunt about this kind of conversation, and she was like, yeah, it doesn't bother me. You know, it is the truth. I am a cis woman, as she was telling me. And I was like, exactly, so I don't know why people were bothered by that. There was a YouTuber I followed, you know, as much as I love and respect her, I don't like the fact that she, you know, can't stand being called cis as a woman. That's so fucking stupid to me. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but that's so dumb to me. But yeah, they are all fake. They are absolutely fake. Even with Alex, right? I misgender him on accident because it took time to get used to it. But these people known about his transition for a while. They knew he was transitioning. They knew. And they don't even try. And that's what kind of pisses me off a little bit. That's the thing. That's the thing that kind of pisses me off. That's the thing about it. So, oh yeah, and it should go without saying too, I'm also LGBT myself. Now, though bisexual people can discriminate against trans people, I'm not one of those kinds of people. So, that being said, it's like, you know, I don't know, people, it's so funny going to work and stuff, because you think you can trust your colleagues, and then they do stuff like that to you. And you know, I kind of get why people say don't be friends with people at work. And you know what, with someone like me who's very social, it can be fucking hard. It can be hard to not trust somebody at work. It can be hard to just say, let's just keep it at work and don't take it outside. It can be hard sometimes. I will not lie to you. It can be hard. For someone that's very social, and just crave a really good friendship and a really good connection, you know, it can suck you in, and it can disappoint you just as fast. The things that people will do at work, it can very much disappoint you. You will definitely get disappointed by the way that people are at work. It will disappoint you. And the other thing I gotta tell you too, in that same day when he confronted me, the other girl that was sitting there, she was telling me, she was like, you went to HR about me. You went to HR about me, because she had an alcohol bottle in a bag, and I never said that it was her. Well, actually, no, I never, that's not that situation, that's the other situation. I never went to anybody, how do I put it? I never went to HR or management about that bag, because she called me on the company phone, was like, hey, put that bag in the locker. So I put it in the locker, and I never told anyone. I never said anything. And then the next day, apparently, HR contacted her in the office and was like, hey, you know, did you have that bag in there? And I guess she told them no or whatever, and they couldn't, or they couldn't really prove that it was her. They couldn't really figure it out, so they just got rid of it, or whatever. But she had the nerve to tell me that was like a trap. I fell for her trap or whatever. I'm like, I did not fall for your fucking trap. First of all, I kind of knew it was a setup. It was just the fact of like, I never really, I kind of got the hint not to say anything. But, well, even before that, also before that situation, she was like, I heard about you. Because here's the thing, Alex, people at work, they talk about you all the time. They can talk about you all the time, especially when you're at work when you're at a job with a lot of people. They talk about you. So, you know, the one time I reported the woman for putting alcohol in the trash, and I never said it was her. She heard about it. I don't know if she heard about it or whatever, but she was like, oh, I heard about you. You like to run your mouth or whatever. I'm like, run my mouth about what? All because I reported one person? First of all, everybody's mad at me for reporting it, right? But they're not mad. That's funny. No, I didn't know about that either. I didn't really know about that, but, you know, but again, you know, it's so funny. People are so mad at me for reporting, you know, reporting the older woman, you know, that was upstairs with me when she put that alcohol bottle in the trash, but no one's ever fucking mad about her being stupid enough to bring an alcohol bottle to work and trying to throw it in the trash and then say, oh, hide it. Nobody ever points the finger at her and says, you need help. Sorry. Nobody ever points the finger at her and says, you need help. They point the finger at me and call me the snitch. But she's not the dumb one for putting an alcohol bottle in the trash, knowing damn well there's many eyes around that can see that, and people can prove when you've had something or not. They know this. So I don't know why people fucking act like... It's like when it comes to... And this is what I'm talking about with those... Well, I'll go back to that in a second. So that's why she said what she said to me about, like, I've heard about you. And I was honest with her. But then she was like, oh, you just told me yourself. I'm like, I did not tell myself. I was honest with you about what I've been through. And the reason... Or what I did. And the reason I was honest with you about it was because I didn't want you to think that I would do that to you. And I told her that. I've been cool with her ever since day one. And this... And then when she said that I reported her to, and then she's going to be like, karma, I believe in karma, because karma is a bitch or whatever. It's like, you're going on and on about what? And then it's like, she has the nerve to accuse me of that stuff with HR, and I told her, I'm like, I've never reported you. I told you from day one, and I stand by it. I respect you, and still do. You helped me get this job. On top of that, you're fun to talk to. You're funny as hell. Why would I ever want to even report you? Like, what would make you think I did that? And I stand by it, but for some reason she just didn't fucking believe me. So now when I see her, I don't really, like, the other day I seen her, I had sunglasses on, and I had a leather jacket on, and, you know, my hair was nice and, you know, flat ironed and stuff, but I didn't talk to her. I was in a bad mood, and I was in a bad mood because of everything that was going on in my life with school, some of my friendships, and everything in between. I was in a very bad mood, and I just remember that day very vividly, and that was part of the reason I didn't want to talk to her. Why would I want to talk to somebody that would, like, you know, throw me under the bus when things get bad? Because I don't appreciate what she did. She talked about that whole thing in front of everybody, in front of the security guy. And I've told you he doesn't like me, so why would you do something like that, you know? And it's shit like that that makes the workplace toxic, very toxic. And this is why I say gossip is horrible. And I feel like that stuff amplified more because I talked about people that did stuff to me. And this is why at work I try to keep things very vanilla. I try to, keep it positive. I try to let the drama come to me, not really be the one causing it. If that makes any sense. Like, I'd rather be the one that listens to the drama than be the one that's like causing it, either directly or indirectly. Because that looks better when you listen to it. Choose what you listen to and then shut it down versus just talking badly about people, because when you stay quiet and listen to people expose a lot of information. And these two coworkers at my job, they were talking shit about this girl that I know. And now me and her are legitimately friends. She's the only person that knows some certain things about me. She doesn't know too much about me, but she knows certain things about me. And I told her I had a crush on this guy at work. And mind you, she's an African girl. She was born in Africa and everything. And I was a little nervous to tell her about my life because, when it comes to people who are, African, I tend to be very nervous about when it comes to LGBT stuff because I feel like that's always just been a deal breaker for my life. But with her, she was like, I don't give a fuck. It's whatever. And she supports it all. But, yeah, I told her that I had a crush on this guy at work, and she gave me tips. She was like, don't make it obvious, because what happens, people will make fun of you and stuff like that. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because to this day, when I do see him, I get a little uncomfortable, just because, I do like him and stuff, and, I see his finger, I'm gonna be so honest, I see his fingernails, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, I get a little turned on. I get a little turned on because it's just so attractive to me, and his personality is just so bold and so enticing. I love that he can be a little honest. His honesty can make me a little uncomfortable because he was talking to me about my blonde hair and stuff, and he was like, I don't really like it too much. Let's go for like a dark blonde or like, dye it black or whatever. He was asking me a lot of questions about it and stuff. So it did make me a little bit uncomfortable just because, people don't usually ask me about it. And on top of that too, it is true. I did gain an attachment to the blonde hair because, me having the blonde hair, I was like, oh, it makes me stand out because I'm kind of in a time period with my life where I'm like, I want to be remembered. I want to stand out. I want to be known. I want to be like, a pop star type thing. And it's like that lifestyle is somewhat enticing and somewhat fun, but it's not necessarily fun when when your own likes bite you in the ass when people tell you when they're like, I don't really agree with it. Now I expect people to not like it, but it's different when they come up to you and tell you they don't like it. It's a lot different. It's a lot more uncomfortable when they tell you they don't like it. And as I've said before too, when it comes to black people and bright blonde hair, I'm sorry, people just don't like it. Even Darnell told me he didn't really like it. Now, not because I was black, but he says he doesn't really like the color in general. He feels like it's just not a good color, which is fine. But still, that is definitely a thing that people tend to not like. People don't really like the blonde hair thing, especially on black people. But it's a really cool color to have because it's so hard to achieve. It is a very cool color to have because, and I've told my friend this too, now he feels like it's not true, but I stand by it. It's a rare color because I don't see enough people with this color a lot. Reason being because it's hard to achieve. Having hair this bright blonde, this hair color, blonde and bright as day, is very hard to achieve because a lot of people don't want to mess their hair up. Because bleach is a harsh color. I mean, bleach is a harsh chemical, not harsh color, but a harsh chemical. So, a lot of people are not going to maintain it. So, yeah, that was a little uncomfortable. I mean, I'm not going to be able to achieve it. But that was a little uncomfortable what he was telling me about, the hair and stuff and how he wanted me to get, like, the braided bun. I would do the braided bun. I probably would do the braided bun. I just wouldn't, I just wouldn't change the hair color yet. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that change. And then he was kind of asking me if I would take his advice or whatever. I would. I just probably wouldn't do it right away, because when it comes to stuff like that, I tend to be a little like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So, yeah, but I mean, yeah. So, you know, it's a lot with office politics and people, and I've been going through that a lot. Some of it is my fault, but then some of it is also, you know, other people's. Oh yeah, what I was saying too, those girls, those women were talking about my friend and stuff, and they were jealous of her, saying how they don't like how that girl has a smart mouth or whatever. Because here's the thing, one thing I noticed too about people too, people do not like when people put their foot down. If you're somebody that puts your foot down about stuff, and calls it what it is, and you don't bullshit with people, people don't like that. There's gonna be people that don't like that. Even Corey told me that recently, because he said, you know, people don't, I don't really like putting my foot down all the time. It makes you look like an asshole. And you know what? He's not wrong. He's not wrong. There were times I put my foot down, and you know what I got for it? I got told that, like, oh, well, you listened to me, or you did this, you did that at this time. I'm like, human beings change. We're not entitled to stay the same forever. So, yeah, putting your foot down sometimes can put you in a position where, like, you know, it makes people uncomfortable. And that's why they have a problem with her. They don't have a problem with her because she actually did something wrong. They have a problem with her because they don't like that she puts her foot down. And that's the issue with you women. You women don't want to be told what to do. You want other women to submit. You want men and other women and some men to submit to you. You want people to submit to you. And people are not going to do that. Just because you're in your 50s, just because you're old, your pussy is dry, and you're in your 50s does not mean that you can step on everybody else and expect them to kiss your ass, because nobody's going to kiss your ass. Not in this day and age. Nobody's going to do that. I'm really sorry to tell you, but people are not going to do that. We're all adults here. We're not your children. And she said that too. And this is why I'm more oftentimes than not, you know, that's probably why I get along with people so much, because people I'm not considered offensive. As much as, you know, the blonde hair is kind of bold, and I be myself, I'm not really considered, like, offensive or considered, uncomfortable or, you know, difficult because I don't put my foot down like some of these people do. And I absolutely should. And I'm working on doing it. I'm not as forward about it as others, but I'm working on doing it. I'm working on it. But that being said, you know, I do want to work on that, and I want to work on when people gossip to me, shutting it down, especially when it's about my friends, because I also had a girl too gossip to me about because there was like this female friend I knew from high school who was dating her boyfriend, and this other girl, she's bullying them, and you know, I haven't told her directly that I didn't want to really hear about her talking shit about my friends in front of me, because she would do that. She would do that. She would come to me and talk about them, and here I am eating it up. I'm sitting there talking to her about, like, how I wish she was in I wish she was in she had jobs in accounting instead of this. And meanwhile, this girl doesn't know her, and this girl's just making up stuff. Because she was telling me how the boyfriend was cheating on her. I'm like, the boyfriend is not cheating on and I listened to him, because you know, this is why talking to people is important. Because can you imagine if I actually believed this stuff? Like, if I believed this stuff and went to him and was like, I know you cheated on her, their relationship would fail, and she probably wouldn't even want to talk to me anymore. So I caught on to what she's trying to do, because it got to the point where she kept telling me about talking to me about my friends, that, like, I had to tell Anya and him what was going on. And then turns out they already knew that she was like this. And I already got a bad vibe from her too when she talked about how she hated white people. Now here's the thing. White people do problematic shit sometimes, and they do tend to have like a fake energy at times. But the thing is, though, not all white people are like this. Sure, a majority might be, but not all are like this. And on top of that, she's talking shit about these directors at this job. It's like, these people don't know you. She's even said there was like this lesbian director Yeah, exactly. Because something told me, I'm like, this is coming off too one-sided. I'm like, I'm hearing a lot of what they do wrong, but it's like, why are you fucking telling me that? Like, I'm thinking that in my head. But yeah, she even got to the point where like, I also kind of feel like too, she's a DL woman because she keeps saying how like this girl, what was it? Oh, remember that movie, right? Eat my shit. She gave her a pie with that in it. But no. But it got to the point too where there was this, what was it? She was saying the security guy who was trans was like flirting with her, and then she was saying how it's this healthcare director at my job who she said was also flirting with her. I'm like, shut the fuck up. That girl is not. None of those people are flirting with you. You want them to flirt with you because you have some romantic interest that you just won't say. I personally think she's a DL woman, but that's just me because most women, most women do, or women I've talked to have said they want to try things with girls, but with her, she's trying to hide it a little too much for it to not be the case. And it's so, I'm very certain, I know for a fact she's looking for that one girl that rolls that way, and she gonna scissor that shit to the end of time. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But like, nah, it's like that shit got so toxic. So now when I see her, I keep a straight face, or I act like I'm doing my homework, because I don't want to talk to her. The other day she was like, oh, are you, you doing your homework? I'm like, yep. And she was like, what is it for? I lied instead of counting. I'm doing homework for management, you dumbass. Why the fuck do you want to know what homework I'm doing it for? I'm doing. I don't know you like that. And the one time also she, was trying to talk to me and stuff, because she was like, is everything okay? Do you have a man? And I'm like, nah. I'm like, she's so stupid. What does me having a man have to do with my mood? Like, are you for real? I kind of feel like she does kind of like me too, or she wants to do something with me or something. I'm not into her at all. I would never date her. She's the type, and it's so funny, Alex, when it comes to me being bisexual, I feel like when it's women I'm interested in, or women that are interested in me rather, it's always the women I never want. And I say the same thing with guys too. It's always the women that I'm never attracted to, that I never want. I've never come across a woman that was a straight up 10. And you know what type of woman I mean when I say she's a straight up 10. I mean when she has a nice rack, the ass is looking good, her body looks fine, her body looks fire, her hair looks good, her face looks good, lips and everything. Those girls are usually the straight girls that are full of themselves, that think that want their man to be 10s just like them. Those are usually the kinds of women I'm talking about, and most of the time those women aren't really bisexual like that. Now again, looks are subjective, but I'm speaking from what I've seen with my eyes consistently. Statistic can be accurate, but like from what I've seen, I haven't really seen too many women that like are legitimate 10s actually be bisexual and actually will take in guys like me. I've never seen that. And usually when it comes down to dating, I usually have a better time with men than I do women. Because women, they want all these stages. They want you to go on dates and all this stuff. And it's like, I don't have that patience for that all the time. One day I definitely would like to, date a woman just to see. Just to see. But if I do date a woman, I feel like she can't be straight. And if she is going to be straight, she has to be very open-minded, know about everything to a T. So that's where bisexual women come in. And that's why when I get with a woman, she's got to be bisexual. Because if you're not bisexual and you're straight, there's a good chance you're probably going to stereotype me, or you're probably going to be insecure. And I don't know about you, but I do not want to be dating no insecure person. And it's the same thing with friends. I don't want an insecure friend. And people like her are not a friend. Like that girl I told you about are not a friend. There was even a time we FaceTimed and she sat there and said nothing. How are you gonna FaceTime me and then say absolutely nothing? Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? So, yeah, I tend to kind of just, you know, as of now at work, I'm a little, like, neutral with people. I mean, I keep parts of my personality open because, you know, it's always going to be a part of me, but, you know, you can't be nice to people like that in the way that you think you should. Because it always ends up fucking you in the ass when you don't expect it. It always does. Because people are fucking shady at work. And I feel like the reason for that is because people have to be there. Because people don't leave their fucking problems at home, so they have to be at work and stuff, and what ends up happening is just drama. It just ends up being all this drama. Is that the... Oh god, that's that shaggy player. What the fuck? These bitches... Oh no, never mind. But yeah, Onyx, but nah, I really... You know, life has been kicking my ass, and I've been trying to handle it the best way I can. Sometimes I've handled it well, other times I have not. You know, I'm definitely working on not avoiding my problems as much because I have to face them head on, and that can be scary. That can be scary because for someone like me, I have anxiety dealing with certain things, with dealing with certain personalities. I have anxiety dealing with people that I know blow up just like that and don't want to listen to me. I have anxiety dealing with people like that, and I have anxiety about losing friends. Because sometimes I you know, when I do lose friends, it's usually not. It's not always in like, you know, oh, it was this obvious thing that I can pick up on. So it's just a lot. It is personally a lot. I really tried to fucking challenge her on that. What the fuck? This Josie has defense for days. Oh god, bitch. I should be using Lowe's, but I'm scared to do it. Get the fuck away from me. Very tough to deal with that all day, I won't lie to you. Don't duck me. Don't duck me. Let's hope I win. Fuck. Bye. Get your ass charged. I'm sorry, that bitch is annoying. Not the player, but the character. I'm sorry. Get your ass charged. We kind of arena players have to deal with enough. Well, yeah, the technical guy is the player. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm leaving that shit clean. I'm leaving it clean. I'm leaving it clean.
Alright, what is going on, guys? And welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than usual. What I mean by that is we're going to be exposing a supposed former friend of mine who I thought was never going to betray me of any sort, but he did. Not only did he betray me, but he...
It's so, and honestly, Alex, it's so ironic how, like, he never thought he was going to betray him versus me. It's weird to compare myself to it, but it's like, the fact that I never got an exposed video is so surprising. I think it probably all comes down to the fact that I never actually meant it. And it wasn't as back-to-back like it was with him. I think with him it was so back-to-back, Darnell was like, we can't forget this shit, you're done.
Also betrayed a lot of other
That's what I think it was.
I associate with, and I still consider us very, very good friends. So, just a little bit of an introduction to what this
Wait,
is.
what? He's working on it? Let me see. How did you know? Oh no, he said he's working on it. The video. He better not. He gonna get trolls. Oh, that's what I'm about to say. I'm like, you better not. You better not. You don't you dare try to fight it. This is a storm you are not getting rid of.
Me giving my side of the story. This is me exposing the truth, or what this guy has supposedly claimed was his own. This guy has lied and lied and lied and still continues to lie.
God. He said this guy has lied and lied and lied and still continues to lie. Ooh.
About all of the stuff he supposedly worked for.
And Alex, you know what this reminds me of my ex-friend low-key. You remember Destiny? This reminds me of her so much. Cause her ass literally lies all the time. And this is exactly like this. And I never knew he was a liar, but damn, that's crazy that she do this. Oh my god.
And I just have to say, and I definitely hope you are watching this video, you are nothing but a liar. You always will be.
See, one thing about Darnell, he's so like, he can be very cold, but like cold in like a unique way. He hasn't cussed a single time within a minute in this video. And he's uniquely cold with how cold he is. Like, he's unique about it, and I love that. It's so funny.
Just have to say, and I definitely hope you are watching this video. You are...
He said, I definitely hope you are watching this video. You are.
Nothing but a liar. You always will be. So, to make this a little bit more, I guess you could say, easier to understand, essentially, as you read from the thumbnail, most likely, Speaking 125 is a thief.
It's so funny when he says his name. He's like, Speaking 125 is a thief. Is a thief. Oh my god. Let me... Was I sharing it? Onyx, just in case he I hope the guy doesn't delete this shit. I want it to stay up. This has to stay up. Because here's the thing. People delete stuff on YouTube all the time. Oh, hell no. We're saving this shit. I'm saving this right now because I do not want it to, the video disappear at all. I'm saving this in my phone right now. Download. He's not, well, at least he's not deleting it now, but, you never know with people, right? You never know. Right? You might want to be careful saying that last line, that last message to me, knowing what's on my Twitter page. But I'm just saying.
He's a thief. Not only is he a thief, but he's an art thief, and he's a video stealer, and he's also a liar. There's been tons and tons of people that have confronted him about this matter, and he simply brushed it off by denying the truth. But in today's video, we're going to show you every single thing he's lied about up until now. So, before the video gets started, if you guys wish to go over to Speaking125's channel and unsub from him after this video, I would not blame you. Considering no one likes an art thief, stealing inside of the art community is one of the worst things you can do. And the fact this guy's been doing it for this long is just sickening, and it is just disgusting. So, I say this again. If you are subscribed to Speaking125 on YouTube, or you are following him on Twitch, I highly advise you to unsub and unfollow if you do not wish to be associated with a thief and practically a criminal at this point.
A criminal? Oh! Oh! Oh, this is gonna get really juicy.
So, you be the judge. But for now, let's get into the video.
He does his fonts so well, and his presentation is so good. It's crazy.
So moving on to the very first topic of the video, we are going to talk about him stealing another content creator's video. So, back 3 months ago, me, Speed, and a friend of mine that goes by the name of Tech the Fallen decided to help out Speed with a project, and this project was a combo contest for the fighting game King of Fighters 15. Now, in my head at the time, I was thinking, hey, this is a really, really cool idea. Me, Speed, and Tech get to all be on one singular project, and this will be very beneficial for our channels, and just showing the people what our skills are like in this fighting game. So, keep in mind, this video was released November 7th of 2022. The guy he decided to steal from, the video the guy made, he decided to steal from, was a month before his. Yes, I will show you the guy's screenshots right now. The video he stole was made a month before he decided to make this combo contest video. So now, you may be thinking, okay, maybe he just mimicked what the guy did in this video. Wrong. If you was to look at his footage and then the guy's footage, you'll see that everything is identical down to the T. Yes, people can copy combos and people can mimic things, but if it's literally perfect, literally identical for one another, same colors, same background, same movements, same everything, I will keep denying the fact that he did not just copy this combo. He did not just mimic this guy. He straight up stole the footage and put it inside his own video to make it seem like it was legit. And the real funny thing is as well, this was a contest between me, him, and Tech. But for some unknown reason, he decided to rig it from the start and cheat by taking someone else's video, a very impressive and very skilled combo, to ensure he won the contest. That is disgusting. So again,
that is absolutely disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. It's so crazy. He never changes his voice, but everything he says just cuts like a knife. It's so unique.
Now that that's all out of the way, I'm going to be showing you the two side-by-side comparisons of Speaking's video and the Yuri content creator's video. So, enjoy.
Oh my god. Ooh. He's a thief. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, Onyx, I can be. I toned it down for a while because I had to catch it, but nah. This is too funny. This is too funny. I swear. I am. I'm telling you, I'm enjoying it because I never liked him, and I always thought he was an asshole. I always thought he was a fucking asshole, and I'm so glad I never liked him from day one. Cause him calling, I'm telling you, I could see the others, but like him calling me a snake, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're fucking wrong. That's why I don't feel bad for him one bit. He gets exactly what he deserves. He gets exactly what he deserves. It's so fun knowing that I never trolled him when I absolutely could have. Wow. It's so crazy. I'm watching this right now, and he literally copied the whole thing. What is wrong with you? Look, he was the one doing actual snake shit. Actual snake shit. He literally, he did it. He stole it. He stole it. Wait, does that mean when he did those blindfolded videos, were those fake? Were those real, or he just, I don't know.
Now, I wanted to point out this little small fact, how as soon as these rumors came out about him potentially stealing another content.
I knew it. I knew something was up because it didn't make sense to me, Onyx, because I'm like, how can someone play a game blindfolded? Like, that's fucking hard. That's kind of hard. How would someone do that?
He then decided to make this video of his, the combo contest, unlisted. Now, obviously, if he was not in the wrong and he did not steal anyone's content, he would not have the need to unlist this video. But given that he did, literally, I think it was like a day after these rumors started coming out about him, he decided to do it. That shows that he clearly knows that he did steal and that he is in the wrong. And that he can no longer delete this video because here's the evidence right here. I already have the video downloaded just because I knew he was probably going to unlist or private the video, so that way if it was to delete it, people can no longer really point out the fact how he eventually stole when he can easily say, no, I didn't. So he's a little bit too slow, and I was able to catch him right in the act.
Yeah, one thing about Darnell, that guy is a fast responser. He's fast at responding. He's fast as fuck. He responds so quick, it's crazy.
Unlisting the video makes him look even more suspicious. Wanted to point that out, and let me know what you guys think about it.
Hi, hello. My name is Fenris Wolfo, and I used to be a friend of Speed King's. And what he did to me was unforgivable. It was horrible. And he basically, he lied about our friendship. He said that he never liked me from day one. And the fact that I just hung out with ZD because we were dating.
Is this why the fuck is there a roach right here? What?
He said that anything like related to my mental illness was a new thing every day. I suffer from depression, anxiety, ADHD, autism, and DID. Meaning, I have a lot of shit going on in my head. At any given time. Now, he says that my alters aren't real because they never showed themselves around him. Mind you, it is a coveted disease. Well, not disease. It's not a disease. It's a disorder. But it is a coveted disorder where people aren't supposed to know about it unless the host of the system or another alter makes themselves present and tells them. They will not do it if they do not feel safe. At least that is how my system works. That is why he said that my alters were not real. I was pretending because they didn't feel safe enough to front around him. My new fronting is taking control of the body, for those of you that do not know. And I suffer really bad from depression. I was diagnosed with it at 8 years old. I have really bad anxiety and stuff. I tend to be quiet.
I swear, you know, it's funny, Alex, me and Alex are somewhat alike in some ways because we both have autism and we both have anxiety. Not that it's anything to be proud of, but, you know, I kind of realized when we were talking to each other in DMs, you know, we kind of had some things in common somewhat. And, you know, even though all those things I said, even though it was very hateful in my head, that wasn't actually how I felt about them. I just was upset about the situation of how it was. So it's nice that we sat down and talked to each other and, you know, in DMs and stuff, and we apologized to each other, and I thought that was like really cool. And it's moments like these, it's like when I heard about that stuff going on with them, I felt bad because I'm like, that's crazy. I never knew speaking was that bad. I always looked at him and was like, he's a bitch to me. And that's where it ended. But this is bad. This is bad. This is bad.
In voice calls, because I'm scared of doing something or saying something, you know, that people don't like, unless I get to know them and I know them really, really well. That's the autism. And the ADHD aspect is I'm very, very loud, and he found me very annoying for it. As another side note, I am also a transgendered man. He has used she, her pronouns on me on purpose.
Oh, ah, oh, 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 oh. Speaking's a fucking bitch. He's a fucking bitch. He blocked him or something? He blocked ZT before ZT blocked him. Looking like it. You mean deleting Z? It's really just ZT, not anyone else. I still chill with Chris and Tech. Yes, it's a problem with her. I never liked Alex since day one, but once they started going out, I had to deal with it every day.
After stopping being friends with me just because he felt like it. I don't know if anybody else, you know, has any problems with him other than who's in this video, but this is just my account.
Well, they really, I swear, Alex, every time they forget these videos, they always forget about me. I'm like, what about me? What about me? I'm right here played in bright as day with everything. I wish they would have included me in this video. Do you know how much damage I would have done in this video? Oh my god. I would have been, you think I'm messy now? Oh, I would have been messy in that video. I would have been. I'd be on that ass, for sure. I'd absolutely be on that ass. I actually am happy they didn't put me in this video because I feel like I would have probably went too far. So I'm glad they didn't.
I'm really sorry if this is a, you know, small bit. It's not much, but I don't remember much, to be honest, because I have been very, very dissociated and very, very out of it the past few weeks because of this whole speed situation. And it breaks my heart to know that he's done other things to other people. Like, if he, you know, is in here, Tech the Fallen, he's done a lot of really bad things to him. And he's done a lot of bad things to ZD and other people in the Sonic fandom, as in, aka, stealing art. Anyways, this is Fenris Wolfo signing off with my bit of information. I love you guys so much over on ZT's channel, and I will catch you maybe sometime later.
What's up, guys? This is Tech the Phone here. As you guys may already...
I want this video to really go viral, because if it doesn't, I mean, I'm bad. But it should get like bare minimum 100k views. It should. It should. It's edited too well for it to not be. I'm sorry.
No. Speed. He is an art thief. But before we get to that, there's just...
I missed what you
things that I
said.
have to mention that he's done before we get to the art thing. I'm gonna be very brief about this stuff, though. Before we go into that, though, I would just like to say that I was, somewhat close to him. He's someone who, within the, year, maybe less than a year, that I've got to know, he's someone that I've considered to be a homie, a brother. And the thing is, when it comes to calling people brother, sister, little sister, big brother, whatever, when it comes to me calling people that, it means I trust you, and it means that you become someone that I don't lose, which makes all the more reason why this shit was painful. He's called me lazy behind my back. He's pretty much filled a friend's head with doubt when it came to me being a part of, future collabs and things like that. But he hasn't just attacked me, he's attacked another dear friend of mine, and when she found out, she literally cried. She had to step away from Discord for a bit. We were all in the Discord call when we found out, and it hurt her to the point where she stepped away and cried.
It's so funny, Onyx. I thought I was in my Gabby Hanna era. Oh no, this is his Gabby Hanna era. Write it out, bitch. Write it out. Take it. Eat shit.
I'm not gonna repeat what he said because it's... Okay, I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not gonna repeat it. But, to get back to the topic again of Speed being an art thief, this man has stolen art from tons of people. I'm talking people on Twitter, DeviantArt, you name it, and
you name it. You name it. Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, yeah.
Right. Some of these people are indie game devs. These are pixel artists. These are people that have a passion for the fandom that they're in. I'm talking Sonic artists. I'm talking, just whatever you can imagine. KOF artists even. He's stolen art from people who've done fan art of KOF characters, and I'll never forget. This is kind of where I've had my suspicions about him. But I didn't want to say anything because he was a friend, and I just wanted to believe that maybe he just mixed up his art style a bit. But when it first started, this was before KOF 15 came out, and he shared a fuck ton of artwork, claiming it to be his, of characters. This was basically fan art that he shared, and I'll never forget this one particular piece. It was a fan art picture of Dolores from KOF 15, and it was crazy because that amongst the other art pieces that he shared, you could tell that the art style was somewhat different. But again, at the time I was just thinking maybe he dived into more than one art style. Maybe his art style was inconsistently consistent, meaning that even even though his art style may not look the same, you can tell that it's his, so to speak. But yeah, he shared that with me and a few other people. And the day after, I just happened to check my phone, and I saw that there was a news article of someone on Twitter doing fan art of King of Fighters 15 to build hype for the game. And the same exact Dolores piece he showed me, I found in an article, that same article that I read. And when I went to click the article and click the Twitter name, you know, this was somebody whose name was written completely in kanji. And so at first I was like, is this his alternate account? And I just left it alone. But he's posted other art in my Discord. I made him a gallery.
It's so funny! It's so funny! He's sitting there talking about, I made it 2 years ago. I'm like, nah, nigga, you stole that 2 years ago. He thinks we're dumb. He thinks we're born yesterday. Oh, God.
Where he could just share his stuff, and he shared a lot of it, you know, a lot of Sonic related art, you know, and some Elden Ring pixel art, you know, and again, like I said, his art style just changed completely. And again, I thought, you know, maybe he's just mixing up his art style. I didn't think anything of it. I didn't want to be the one to accuse him.
Oh, Alex, that reminds me. Also, too, I noticed he had like a pixelation of a lot of KLF characters. I think those were fake as well, considering he lied about everything. Because I remember them, those pixel art things looked really nice, but I'm like, it looks a little suspicious now. Seeing how all this stuff is coming out, I think he stole those too. So just throwing it out there.
At first, because I didn't know how to go about it, and I didn't just want to be that guy pointing fingers saying, "Hey, you're stealing." But thinking back on it, maybe I should have. But
most likely,
you know, like I said, his art that he's posted in my server, art that he's possibly posted in his own server, art you guys have probably seen on his Discord. You know, this is all art that he's stolen from other people. You know, and what's even messed up but kind of hilarious about it in a way is that in some of the pieces that he's stolen, you can still see the original artist's name, their signature, every watermark even held. Like, it's still there, and the ones that don't have the signature in them, you can tell where he's erased. Like, for example, I'm sure you guys are aware of one unquote profile or his, what do you want to call it, holding the crown. That's not even his. That's not his at all.
It's so funny. He has the white boy with the middle finger that says thief.
Somebody else's. The original picture is a birthday piece for Sonic the Hedgehog, and if you were to look at his quote-unquote picture that he made and the original artist, you can still see the artist's name in the picture. You can see where he's erased text in the picture. Like, he's left literal evidence in these drawings, and it's so crazy that he's been...
He said, "Hey, thief, this is a fan art I drew. Delete it. Now. Delete it right now." Angry face emoji. Ooh.
Going around posting it like it was his. It's
Dummy.
Worse that...
Stop doing stupid things. Dummy. Dummy.
There's a whole Twitter post talking about Speed being an art thief. And not only that, and one of his own posts where he was quote unquote selling merch that he quote unquote made. His whole entire comment section is full of people telling him to get rid of the art because it's stolen. Take that down, it's stolen. Like, please erase the stolen art.
It's so funny. It's like, oh, this art I drew is so nice, and you got a million people saying, take that shit down. What do you do? What the fuck are you doing? Take it down. Take it down. Like, what is wrong with you? Take it down. And he just posting it like, oh, look at this beautiful art I drew 2 years ago. Like, no, take it down.
That's bad. And that's just putting it lightly. But to make matters worse, Speed has been confronted about this along with a few other things. And the only thing that he's had to say about the art theft is that majority of his work he's uploaded to Pinterest over the years and deleted it. Now, I'm an artist myself, right? So I want to ask you guys a question. To the artists out there, to people that are a fan of the arts, what have you. Let me ask y'all this. Why would Speed, a quote-unquote artist, need to delete his own post from Pinterest? Like, why? Why would any artist feel the need to delete their own stuff? It doesn't make sense to me. Like,
maybe he felt insecure about it because he was like, you know what? I worked really hard in this, but you know, I'm not really feeling it anymore. I don't like the colors. That's probably why he deleted it, you know?
I've
not.
heard of people throwing away, like, old traditional drawings that they did, but we're talking about uploading digital art, or hell, maybe even taking pictures of your traditional art and uploading it. And just deleting it. Like, what's the point? Seriously, what's the point?
What was the reason? What was the reason, bitch? What was the reason? And Sweet Cake sitting there like, I just told you the reason. What was the reason?
And also, going back to where he's stolen art from, as I've said before, he's stolen art from DeviantArt, from Twitter, you name it. But I'm sorry, this is hilarious to me. He's stolen art, or I don't even know if you could even call it stolen at this point. But he's taken images from Adobe free stock images, or he's taken Adobe free stock images and claimed them as his own.
What?
For instance, I remember he made a post in my Discord of a pixel art piece that he did of a genie, and he said that it was a warm-up. My dear friend,
wait, let me...
it's so that he's done stolen at this point, but he's taken images from of a pixel art piece that he did of a genie, and he
It's so funny, Alex, because he's so confident. He's so confident and cocky and dead wrong. This reminds me so much of Jesse. Oh my god. My warm-up for today. I made a fucking genie. LMAO. 3 exclamation marks. I'm sorry, 4. And I'm like, you know damn well you did not make that. Why? What in your mind tells you I made this? You know you did not make that. Stop lying.
said
Get it together.
it was a warm-up. My dear friend, Cartoonistic Ken, was able to, along with several other art pieces that he's done. And it's so funny. If you were to trace back this image, it takes you to an Adobe stock image link of that same exact genie that he drew. And the funniest part about that is it's free. You know, and I've never done pixel art before, and so I can't imagine like how long it takes to do a drawing of the sorts or whatever. But we're talking about downloading a pixel art stock image, darkening the colors, and calling it a warm-up. Like, the hell? Like, are you serious, my dude? And when it came to just darkening colors, that's not the only thing that he's edited, quote unquote. He's taken someone's drawing of Ninetales, Pokemon, claimed that it only took him 2 hours to make. Then all he did was recolored the damn thing.
I'm not gonna lie, the video was losing me for a little bit, it was getting a little boring, and then it picked up speed with that. See what I did there? He said all he did was recolor it. This guy is an idiot. He's a dummy. That is too funny. He said all he did was recolor the Speed King, if you're watching this, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, literally, recolor the damn thing. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, he's minimal effort, if any, into his art. You know, being that all he's really doing is just recoloring things and claiming it as his own, or better yet, just doing away with other people's signatures and putting his own name on it. But all jokes aside, you know, it's really fucked up that there are people like myself that do art on a regular basis. You know, we put our blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. We put our own flair into this shit, and you got this dude literally stealing from people, re-uploading people's stuff, you know, claiming it as his own, and even trying to make a profit off of it. You know? Hell, I'm gonna wrap here by saying the worst part of it, at least to me. For my birthday last year, he asked me who my favorite Sonic character was, and I told him it was Espio. And he sent me an image, and there was a picture of Espio fighting Knuckles, or standing over Knuckles at I'm assuming a battle arena or whatever. And I cherished that because it was a gift. You know what I mean? There's nothing better than a gift that's coming from someone.
Yeah, I see it.
I guess put their heart and soul into it. You know, a drawing, whatever. You know, a sculpture, painting even. Like, when it comes to getting gifts from artists, there's something special about that. Especially when you want to take into consideration that the artist, you know, really pay close attention to the details they were given.
I'm trying not to laugh, Onyx, because like this really, it's funny, but it's not funny, but it's really funny. Because do you really think we're dumb? Really?
Again, Espio being my favorite character, me being given the Espio drawing for my birthday, I cherish that because it came from someone who I thought was a fellow artist, and this was also someone who I thought was a brother to me, you know, so I cherish that.
He is not a brother any longer. He is a snake, as he called me once. And now look who the real snake is. The one getting the exposed video done.
He made that for my birthday. He claimed that it only took him an hour, but come to find out, my dear brother Fenris Wolfo was able to trace it back to a whole nother artist on Twitter. And the worst part about that was my quote-unquote birthday present was a commission for somebody else.
It's giving regifting, like, you know when you get your mom a Christmas present, but she doesn't want it, so you give it to some nigga down the street. That's really messed up. Why would he do that? And he thought no one was gonna know. That's what's funny. Oh wait, actually, you know when someone says, you know, they bought a pie from Little Debbie's and they try to say, "Oh, Onyx, I baked you a pie. Here you go. I know you love apple pie, so I baked you one. I baked you a small one. I didn't really have a lot of ingredients left, so I just baked you the small one." Come to find out, the pie was from Little Debbie's. He just took the box off. It's like stealing a TV from Walmart and then saying, "Oh, here's a gift." And it's like, "Oh, thank you." And then the police show up at your door being like, "What's this gift?" You're like, do you have a TV in here?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And they look at the TV and it has the code and they realize it was stolen. I'm cracking up.
2 weeks to do what Speed claimed only took him an hour.
Yeah, he certainly's a speed king, alright. A speed king at stealing art. That's what he is. That's what he's good at. Talking about it took an hour. Get the fuck out of here.
You know, and I think out of everything that he's done, I mean, stealing from other artists and
get the fuck out of here.
I think that's the one thing that truly fucks me off about this whole situation is the fact that, you know, he claimed that he worked on this piece when in actuality he stole it from somebody else. And being that he stole it from somebody else, he just gave it to me as a present, like I wouldn't even notice or I would never find out. But that's all I'm really gonna say on the matter. Sorry if this dragged on a little longer than it should have. Sorry if I was botching my words. It was just, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, I guess, how I should go about even mentioning these things, you know. And at the time, it really was a lot to take. It really was a lot to take in, but I do hope I was able to get my point across to you guys. I really appreciate y'all for listening. Love you guys, and I hope you guys stay safe. And if you associate yourselves with Speed King and you yourself is an artist and you share your work out there, my advice to you, put your watermarks on your pieces, sign your name on your artworks, and be careful. Be very, very careful, because you never know if this may end up happening to you guys. But that's all I got to say. Take care, and I will catch y'all later.
And there you go.
That's crazy. It's actually surprising. I thought this was going to be mostly Darnell talking, but he surprisingly wasn't present through most of the video. But that's okay. I got the tea I needed so far.
Is Speaking 125. Now you guys know the truth. You guys now know this guy has stolen the video. He has blatantly misgendered my partner.
SMH. Like, anybody that purposefully misgenders somebody else because, and then pretends to be their friend to the degree that he has, you have no soul. Get help.
Has blatantly taken advantage of people, and he has stolen tons and tons of art from all these different types of various content creators. And so I say this once again. Anyone who decides to associate themselves with Speaking 125, please, I advise you to be aware of what this man is capable of. He is a thief. Stealing art is a crime. So not only is this guy a criminal...
Oh, that's why he calls him a criminal, because he's stealing art. I didn't know that was a crime, though. Wait, it's got me thinking of that song by Damien Demax. I hear him talk in the dead of the night. You're always there at the scene of the crime. They'll be jealous for sure when they see that I'm yours. I hear him talk, but I don't see the bright side. So who's gonna love you if it ain't me, baby? Who's gonna love you if it ain't me, baby? I hear rumors, rumors, rumors. So funny. I had no idea. But yeah, he's a criminal. Mama, I'm in love with the criminal. And this type of love is irrational, it's physical. He is a sucker, he's a bum.
But he's also a liar, a transphobe, and many other things. So again, if you're going to continue to associate yourself with speed, you should definitely be a little cautious when you're doing so. Because giving these quote-unquote accusations that he likes to call them, now that you've seen the truth, you've seen the proof as well, and you've seen everything this man is behind his back, all along, this should open a lot of you guys' eyes. And if you still don't want to believe everything I've shown you today here in this video, that's okay. No hard feelings taken at all. However, do not come at me sideways because I decided to show you guys the truth. Do not come at me attacking my channel nor the people I associate with because you didn't like what I said about Speaking 125. I am simply here stating the truth about this man. And if you don't like that, there's only one simple answer to that question. And it's this. You can leave my channel, unsub, remove all likes, I really don't care, and never watch my channel or content ever again. Because I do not want to associate myself with the thief. And I definitely don't want to associate myself with someone who's blatantly defending him while knowing the truth.
Exactly.
What he's done. I'm sorry, but that's just not the kind of person I am. You guys take that any other way, I apologize, but it's just me.
He is an ableist, a fraud. I don't need no fraud. I can't sing right, Ox, because this shit is too funny. I'm trying to sing like you know. I don't need no frauds. I can't. If I try to sing, I'm gonna start laughing. I don't need no frauds. I don't need no trouble when you call.
Now, for the ones that did watch this video and did gather something from this, the truth, you know, just looking past the lies. Again, this guy has blatantly called someone retarded because
I'm sorry, that just hearing that come from his lips is too funny. Because most people dance around it, but it's just so funny hearing him say the word. He's an asshole. He's a fucking asshole. And I do that from the jump.
you guys take that any other way, I apologize, but it's just me. It's my channel or content ever again. Because I do not want to associate myself with thief. I definitely don't want to associate myself with someone who's blatantly defending him while knowing the truth of what he's done. I'm sorry, but that's just not the kind of person I am. You guys take that any other way, I apologize, but it's just one. Now for the ones that did watch this video and did gather something from this, the truth, you know, just looking past the lies. Again, this guy has blatantly called someone retarded because he had a speech impediment. I'm not gonna state names.
I know exactly who he's talking about. Oh, he's Alex. I know exactly. If you want, I know exactly who he's talking about. I know who he's talking about. Wow. What a fucking asshole. Like, he's a fucking asshole. He's a fucking asshole. What a bitch. Like, he is a real bitch. Real bitch. And I knew that, by the way. I don't want to say it. I did not want to say it because I don't want to put you on blast, but yeah. Yeah, he was definitely talking about you.
What you've done. And then gather something from this. The truth. You know, just looking past the lies.
Do you have the screenshot of what he said, or did someone tell you he said it? Crazy.
This guy has blatantly called someone retarded because...
Don't ever... that's the one thing I will say. Anyone that disrespects my friends like that, you're done. He was already done with me for what he did to me, but I don't like him because of how he treated you. I don't like him. I don't like him. He can go.
The speech impediment. I'm not gonna state names, but he did want to say that as well. Also, if you guys like to get a part 2 to this whole entire thing, I'll be happy to do so. Because this man has not only lied about...
Ooh, and we're doing a part 2? Oh, hell fucking yeah. Do a part 2. I'm gonna be here for this shit. See, Onyx, this is the good gossip that I wouldn't mind being a part of. I wouldn't mind this stuff. This is stuff we need to talk about. The stuff I go through at work or you know, stuff like that. Not a fan of, but this is good. This is good stuff right here.
His art and lied about his video. But he's also lied about a lot of stuff as well. And I definitely will showcase it all in part 2, if you're all willing to see it and hear it. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well, you already know the answer to that as well. So, I'd like to thank every single person who has watched the whole entire thing from start to finish, non-stop. You guys are absolute legends. And without you, I wouldn't be doing this. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you all have an amazing day or night, depending on when you watch this video. As always, take care and stay safe. Love you all.
All I can say is that was the best video Dardell has ever done in a long time. Oh my god, that was the best one. That was the best one. Among the best. I hope he's more present in part 2, just because, like, I wish he was more present in this one. But, best video he's done in a long time. Literally. Best video he's fucking done. Best one. That was messy. That was a mess. That was absolutely a mess. That was absolutely a mess. Literally, that was an absolute mess. Hold on, I gotta type something. God, that shit had me fucking laughing. I won't lie, that had me laughing. That took some stress away in my life a little bit. That had me laughing. Straight up fucking had me laughing. But that man is crazy. We need a part 2, because everything in that, most of the stuff in that video was about him stealing art, but nah, we need a part 2. We demand a part 2. We We cannot let Art Thief get away. Yeah, we cannot let Art Thief get away.
Look at you. About to give up. Look at you. About to give up. Look at you about to throw in the towel. Look at you about to give up everything that God has for you. Don't do it. Don't let the enemy win. He's already won before. Don't let him do it again. Don't let him come in. Don't let him intervene in your life. Remember your calling. Remember your gift. Remember it and don't throw it away. God has big plans for you. God's going to open some doors for you. God's going to stretch you in this season. He's already doing it now. Believe. Sometimes we don't get it. Look at you.
Yeah, Katarina be that character like who looks good kicking her ass in hills. Fuck. Low Note 19. I hope that's a singer with that name. Fuck. Wasn't paying attention. What are you grabbing for? Oh. This man is smart. This guy is definitely a robot. Well, literally. Oh my god. Okay. At least it doesn't, you know, key charge, which is good. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye. It can be us three, Mary Jane and me, in our eyes. Oh, Onyx, by the way, I meant to tell you, so Resurrection, everything is done. I just have to pay for the mixing, and then that will be released. And I have to do a clean version as well. But all I gotta do is do like one word. Literally one word. The blood, the rage, is no longer cage. Combustion and flame, get ready for pain. You ruined all my fame. I'm only human, imperfect, with purpose. Fuck your discernment, I've earned it. I know I am worth it. I could play it a little bit too. Let's play it together. Now the vocals are a little muddy because it is, you know, it hasn't been mixed and mastered, but yeah, this one will be different. This one's definitely different from Lost because it's a little bit more experimental and a lot less like straightforward dance pop like maybe Lost was. So yeah, let's hear it. It's a lot brighter too, I noticed. The race. You ruined all my fame. Imperfect, with purpose. Fuck your discernment, I've earned it. Deserve a second chance to prove myself to me. I have learned my lesson. The time and working. Let me spread my wings. It's my resurrection. It's my resurrection. The rising sun, and I don't get burned. Like chasing me, nowhere to run. Look how the tables turn. Through it all, I've learned. I've got to stand. Fuck. I am gonna rise. I will find my way. I'm only human, imperfect, with purpose. Fuck your discernment. I've earned it. I know I am worth it. Now that I have learned my lesson, I put the time and work. Just let me spread my wings. It's my resurrection. It's my resurrection. It's my resurrection. My resurrection. You know, it's so crazy because I will say, Onyx, the guy that I have on there, he made the song a lot better because I'm going to be honest, my vocals weren't as good as they were on Lost, but he really made the song really stand out a lot more. And our chemistry on it was definitely like very, you could tell it was pretty good. It was there. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't really care for Resurrection at first because over time, like when I kept going to the studio, I kept getting bored with it. I kept getting bored with it because he has good riffs and runs. I love the way he sings his verse too. It's just very smooth R&B singer type ish. The part where he's like, facing the rising sun, hoping I don't get burned. Like chasing me, nowhere to run. Look how the tables turn. Through it all I've learned I got to stand strong. I am gonna rise. I will find my way. I'm only human, imperfect, with purpose. Fuck your discernment. I've earned it. I know I am worth it. It was so good the way that he sings those lines, and I love that. I love it. Like it's definitely. I want to say, what song do you prefer though? Do you prefer Lost or Resurrection? They both sound different from each other, but I know there's one that's like an obvious winner. I'm sure of. With this one, I felt like it might grow, like it might be the grower song of the album, because it's not as like, I'm not gonna say it's not cohesive, but like it's definitely some elements of it that are like a little like Stop Stop it. Don't mention that man in here like that. he might think you friends. I feel like too, it's definitely something different. Cause I feel like with Lost, like, but my vocals sound way better on Lost than they do on here. It's not as obviously tuned. Because with Lost, like the vocals are very much like it's easier to tell it's not as tuned. I didn't mean to do that. I'm serious. My controller is broke. So it looks like I just taunted even though I didn't mean to do it. That's awesome. But how can I put it? But yeah, how can I put it? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but Lost, like, it's so obvious that it's not, it's more obvious it's not as tuned, because it just goes like, drowning in sorrow, no air to breathe, follow the water, cold ice I freeze, losing direction. Oh, you can tell? Okay, you can tell. Alright. I'm gonna play... Fuck. Oh, and also, you know, of course, Coraline is in the works as well. Oh, yes, I am too. I love it. We should play that demo too. Call me Coraline. She's preying on my mind. Call me Coraline. Sew me button nice. Like, I swear, I was talking to somebody the other day and I was like, I feel like this will be the song that goes viral. I don't think it'll be Lost. I don't think it will be the other stuff. I think this will be the one that goes viral. Because, there is no... I feel like it's something that's actually, like, completely original, I'd say. Maybe not the actual beat itself, but, like, the lyrical content of the song, because it's not any song that's, you know, called Coraline. That's not based on the movie. So I think it would be pretty popular. Yeah, I have a TikTok. I just don't use it because I don't know. I never use it. I definitely should. I might as well. From a business standpoint, it would be very smart. Bye. And you better not rage quit either. Yeah, I should. Definitely should. I absolutely should use it. But yeah, we're gonna play that demo as well. I mean, technically, because I guess it's a high, it comes out kind of fast too. It's a high that somewhat goes a little bit lower. But yeah, let's play that one. The reason I didn't play the rest of the track too was because the rest of it was just piano stuff. Piano demo stuff, so. Because he didn't produce the other parts of it. She's preying on my mind. Also, I feel like that because there's gonna be like a breakdown that's supposed to come after that main chorus, and then there's like a refrain. Ooh, nope, too late. How the fuck is this man? Ooh. Yeah, that was, you know, because I kept doing it. Ow! No, wait. Ah, no, I died. I died. I have a couple other songs too, because there's Ghost in the Darkness, and then there's Stereotype as well. I think it's better because my friend was mentioning this too, like, I should just do like an EP first and then put the songs on the album. And I feel like, you know what, I feel like that is a lot better. It's a lot better to do that than to throw a whole album out with no fan base. It's way better. I think I should just do an EP that, you know, just does that stuff. Just do like an EP first and then do an album. And all the songs that are on the EP can go on the album. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And it's crazy because it's like I did not want to hear that. I did not want to hear that, like, you know, I should do an EP over an album at this point in time. I did not want to hear it. I was like, nah, I totally should do an album, but nah, because I'm a huge album lover. I won't lie. I love albums. But I must admit, like, I have to do things like the smart way. Because I'm not on the record label. As you know, it costs, at least with my producer, it costs around $1,000 something to get one song out. It's not cheap. It's not cheap to get music out. It's not cheap at all. And I definitely, part of the reason I don't, I'm sorry, I can't speak. That's the major reason why I don't release music as much as I would want to. Because if I really could release, if I had a lot of money, like thousands of dollars, oh, you bet your ass the EP would be out right now. But it's just so expensive to do. So it takes time to get it done. So yeah, we'll do an EP first of the songs I already have, like, so far. Should I do like 4 or 6 songs? Maybe 4 might be good. Maybe 4 might be good. I don't know. I'd say somewhat diverse. Somewhat. I feel like I have a pretty good sense of songs that I would like to do. I'd say it's a pretty diverse mix. I just have to order it appropriately. I mean, because, you know, there's Lost, there's, what is it? There's Lost, there's, yeah, because it's like, there's Lost, what else is there? There's Lost, there's Resurrection, there's Coraline coming up. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like, Lost and Coraline are not, so far, from what I hear, instrumentals are a bit brighter in Coraline than Lost is a lot darker. Yeah, that's the thing. So, definitely, I feel like there's potential, because I have a good set of songs in here, and I also want to make sure that, like, my vocal range is up to par too, because I have really good lows and I have decent belts, but I can actually go a bit higher than that. I have some mixed voice belts in my phone that are like really high. Some of it is like strained, but like there's parts where like I'm supporting it. So yeah, definitely a bit more of those. So yeah, but Coraline, I hope there's more of that on Coraline, because that'll be a very good ass EP. I'm sorry, it'll be pretty good. So yeah, I guess for now we just throw out the EP and then the album we do later. And my friend was telling me the same thing too. I don't to them right away though, because I was like, do I really want to do an album? Do I want to? And I'm like, I don't know. But here's the thing: if I'm going to do album or do shows, there needs to be. I feel like there needs to be like a medium. I need to be able to get money to cover the songs that I'm doing, to go to the studio. You know, this is how passion projects work. You invest a lot of money into the studio, and you know, you don't really get enough done. You don't get enough done. So, definitely want to get more done in the future. But yeah, Ghost in the Darkness is definitely like more vulnerable than something like, what else? Definitely like the more like sadder parts of the album, or the EP rather, the sadder parts. Because the album is like, it's kind of split in two halves somewhat, or at least that's how I initially set it up. I kind of wanted the first half to be like, you know, the darker, the more sadder sides of isolation, and then the second half be the brighter sides of it all. So, I also have another song called Iconic, which I maybe want to include. Maybe I could put that on the EP. I might do that one after, yeah, there's, what is it? Lost, Resurrection, Coraline, Ghost in the Darkness, Stereotype, Iconic. I think I could end it on Iconic. I think that'd be nice. Yeah, we could end it on Iconic. I want to make Iconic like a hyperpop-esque type thing, but I don't know if I'll do like a hyperpop or like a pop rap. I'm not sure. Because Iconic is kind of about, at least for me, it would be about like seeing kind of the negative sides of yourself, or the sides people hate, but making the most out of it. It's like it's a lemons out of lemonade, making lemons with lemonade type of song. Yes. Maybe not the most original out there, but I feel like it would be cool because, you know, on an album like Isolation that talks about like being isolated and finding power in that, you know, a song about like, how can I put it? A song about basically the fact that you remember them too also, yeah, is really cool. Cause you can tell, like, the album is supposed to be like an ED, like it's like electropop, dance pop, like alternative type of thing. And you know, it's so funny because I was talking to my friend about this, and he was like, oh, there's plenty of artists that do dance music and stuff that are independent. I'm like, but how many black artists that are from Philly that you know are adamant about it that much? I don't think so. I haven't come across anybody that does. What the fuck? Mama Josephine is getting kind of bold. That's why I love you, yeah, iconic. Like, I want Iconic to sound like that a little bit. That's why I love you, yeah, iconic. I just have to find the lyrics for it because I'm writing it, or I tried writing it a couple days ago, wasn't really clicking with me, probably because I had a lot going on. That's why I didn't really write it. No. Stay back. This bitch is block happy. She ain't ducking for shit. Oh god, she hit me low. She hit me low. What? What is wrong with you? Onyx, is this you? This is Onyx, this is you. This is you. This is you. This is you. This is definitely you. Or wait. Speaking. He is speaking. He came out of nowhere and tried to troll me. He's like, I heard what she said about me. Listen, Onyx, if Speaking ever comes to my stream, don't block him. Just let him talk shit because I want to see it. I want to see what he says. And I'm sorry, that guy's an idiot. He's an idiot. He said, lucky you said that, because that's what I was going to do. Oh yeah, I know you did that. Trust me, I know you don't play about me. I feel like you probably thought, like, you know, when everything was like up in the air, when you said like you were worried I was gonna get trolls, I think you were probably talking about him, so, because you knew how he could be, but you just didn't want to say it, just because that. Did you block him on Twitter too? Wait, it's still messed up? Oh my god. wait. Show me what the screen looks like when you block him. Finish him. Da da da. Oh, okay. But no. That shit's funny. I mean, you might as well. I mean, there's no point. It's not like you go talk. I can't believe he would call you that. Like, cause see, Ox, when I make fun of you, like, it's playful. Like, you know, I'm joking. You know, I'm not. I don't think of you in that way. But he. Yeah, people like that call you that behind your back, those are not friends. Oh god, King. Get thrown. Oh no! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Round 2. Fight.
Mary Jane and me, we'll see in her eyes. Canceling stuff?
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Push your ass back. They should have made this kind of the move that does that crumples at the wall. Jane and me, we'll see in her eyes. We'll see in her eyes. Oh god. Jane and me, we'll see in her eyes. Oh no! Oh! That was a nice trade right there. That was kind of funny. Oh, we'll never see Mary Jane and me. We won't see with their eyes. Dance floor. I'm sorry, this song is stuck in my head. Mary Jane and me. I'm sorry, that snippet is too good. I had no way of knowing. I hear you calling out my name. No, I will never be ashamed. I feel you running through my veins. You always take away the pain. Do you remember that one?
KO. Round 3. Fight.
Bye. Oh no, oh no! Losing on the dance floor. I can see us three, Mary Jane and me. We'll see with our eyes. I can see us three, Mary Jane and me. But it's true, we don't see with our eyes. Eyes. I can see us three, Mary Jane and me.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7. Zafina.
Name of that song. Orange trees. I'm not your stereotype. I'm not what I like. It's all to you. I'll let you take it if I want to. I should freaking make business cards promoting this shit. Mary Jane and me, we'll see with her eyes.
New challenger.
Guessing I'm the first one that you came upon. I'm seldom. I'm not your stereotype. I like what I like. Nothing about me is old to you. I'll educate you if I want to. I'm not your stereotype.
New challenger.
Yeah, this, I swear, this EP gonna be good. This EP gonna be good. It is going to be good. Plus, you know, you're not wrong because it's less content, so it gives people more of a chance to kind of see where you stand, see who you are. But I won't lie, Lost definitely should probably be like the first song I do. It definitely should be the first. Nope. We can see us three.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Wrong. Ouch.
Round 3. Fight.
We can see us three, Mary Jane and me. We'll see with their eyes. Oh my god, no!
KO. Round 4. Fight.
Oh my god.
Final round. Fight.
Let's not do that. Don't fucking spam.
KO. You
Don't spam me, ever. We can see us three, Mary Jane and me. We don't see with their eyes. Lose control on the dance floor. We can see us three, Mary Jane and me. You never been. Onyx, I'm gonna go. That was a good old laugh I had earlier. It's been 3 hours, so I'm gonna go. Talk to you later.